Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to try out Magicka Templar. A few things I want to test, mostly with buff food. I'm not sure if we have enough sustain, but we will figure that out in a second. Going to skip most of the monsters, if I manage to. I'll showcase the build and outfit at the end of the video, like always. Always keep the orb up, deals a lot of damage. Once again, if you want to work on like a speedrun or a trifecta, you don't need to kill most of the monsters. You just gotta kill the gatekeepers pretty much. And that will cover you. Come on, piggy. My AoE is here. Okay. I guess not. Templar is one of my favorite setups. I used to play it a lot during Maebroogha days. Let me actually quickly check. Yeah. I almost have too much penetration now. But it looks like really last week penetration was bugged, because I was like, why is my damage so low? And looks like I was right. Major breach did not work. Let's put Drain. I am using the Pyrelord ring for the extra sexy sustain. Healing, I mean, sorry. Yeah, I knew she would drain. Interrupt. Because if she sucks out my essence, I actually won't be able to damage the monsters anymore. On Templar here, gotta be careful because puncturing sweeps deals more damage to the first target it hits. So I gotta make sure to hit him and not the other dude. So wait, what's happening? Yeah, okay. Go, go, go. I'm just gonna sweep my way to victory here. Beautiful. Oh, my matrix, let's see. Yeah, Pyrelord is still completely overpowered, but hey. Gotta sell the DLC. I'm kidding. It's fine after all. I will slap this baby on all my solo builds, that's for sure. I will have a separate not a Black Rose prison, Jesus. A separate Vateshran Hollows section on the solo builds. And the Pyrelord doesn't make you immune to one-shots. Just keep that in mind, please. But now, because we have puncturing sweeps and Pyrelord, that's insane healing, actually. I like it. Still, if you get hit with 30k, you're still dead, no matter how much healing you get. That's a bigger problem with this game. There's so many one-shots and as a new player, if you don't, well, I mean, you gotta figure it out. There's no way to learn it otherwise, which is especially annoying for tanks. Tank is dead, the whole group is most likely dead, and newer tanks don't know. Come on. Let me check something. And the butchered burning light. Happy hands. So, Magicka gets the privilege of doing the most annoying boss first. Why is that important? If this is your first arena, the boss will have less health, which makes it a lot easier. What's he doing? Okay, I guess he's going. If I possess the skills, sure. This thing still deals a buttload of damage. I'm gonna save my ulti. Oh shizzle my dizzle. I'll save my ulti for the next phase. Oh, they also fixed that. That's actually nice. Because when you were grappling, the boss could come, or like when he was charging a heavy attack, it would kill you no matter what. Oh shit, I hope that was not too soon. Let's move real quick. Okay, there we go. Do this one more time and then we should be good. Sustain seems to be Gucci. Okay, there we go. Finishing line. I forgot that this has a cast time now. God damn it, I hate cast times. Wait, how did that hit me? What? The surprise attack. This fight is really heavy, because I'm like constantly melee. You see, I'm using Bewish Sugar Skull, so basically tricep buff food, and my sustain seems fine. So I can have like 16k stamina, which is very nice in that fight. Oh. I actually kinda wanted to skip this here. Because again, we don't really need to kill the monsters. Here. I will kill the gatekeepers alone. You can stack them all, but sometimes the monsters do a lot of direct damage in one go, and then you could get one shot if you're not careful. Now in the second stage the monsters have more health already. So the more of them you do, the harder it will get. However, the nice thing is, on Magicka you do get the extra Magicka on the second stage. Stamina is the last one. Stamina is already harder to play, and it has a worse rotation because the Minotaur boss should be done last, and that's just kinda horrible. Not sure what they thought, or why they thought it would be wise. They probably didn't intend the Minotaur boss to be that hard, that annoying. Probably. 40k Magicka, let's go. And now, if we are lucky, we find up to 5 extra orbs. These are called the remnants. And they give 1000 each, but they're randomly placed in the arena. So it could be that we maybe only find 1, maybe we'll find 5, 3, we will see. I know most of the locations, but sometimes they are hidden like on detours. And it's usually not worth going there. Jesus, can I get over here? Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's bad luck because usually there could be 2 here. Of course the scam shows up too, sure. Come on, just die, bro. Nice. Oh, there is one. Nice. This dude is actually fairly annoying. Okay, we got one more. I do run bloodthirsty on my jewelry. Let's see. I usually take this guy as a decent indication of how good my damage is. Yeah. Because like on the Max Orc or Stemblade, this dude is pretty much dead before he even can move. But as you have seen, that's not possible on this guy. Don't stand in that AoE, it's a one shot. Now that guy will heal up if you kill the other ones too soon, but honestly, the other guy is such a pain, it's worth just killing this dude. I really gotta be careful that my focus is always on the ground. I can do a heavy attack or 2 to regain some resources if I want, because the heavy attacks are... yeah, they're super fast now. Oh no, it's just bugged out, lol. Okay. Howdy folks, just get past these. Double check around the corners because there could be orbs. Yeah, there is one there. But I use the synergy button to activate these timers. They increase the time in this area. If you take too long, you will get teleported back. But because we can skip all monsters, it's usually not a problem. So far we have found 2 of 5 these orbs, huh? I think we can skip these dudes. I'm also working on a map for these orbs on alcasthq.com on the guide. So you will immediately know where the possible spawn locations are. Same thing here, we can actually skip all of them. Which makes it a lot easier. And we had 3 of 5 orbs, and that was the 3rd. Usually there's also one in here, but not this time. Too bad. But can't really complain. I mean, 44k Magicka and Bloodthirsty. Oh wait, what? Magicka recovery. Interesting. Let me... jewelry, no. You're on the public test server after all. That should be spell damage. There's better ways to increase your sustain than losing almost 200 spell damage. There we go. Let's see. Now our sustain might be a little bit tougher, but we can always do some heavy attacks. Okay, 4. Are we gonna get all? That would be crazy. Crazy nice. Howdy folks. Just passing through. Nope. So the last one is probably hidden somewhere there. But this is the secret area and not really worth doing. You lose too much time. And there's like one grapple hook doesn't have a pad, so you could fall down potentially. So, our good old friend. Now on a Magma, this one is a little bit trickier because your melee and his heavy, like his light attack deals a buttload of damage. I guess while all dots are running, we can do a heavy attack from time to time. Now this dude is gonna do yep, this one you can destroy it. Fairly straightforward. Ring of the Pyrelord are doing his job well today. Okay, that was a stupid dot. You see, as long as my dots are pretty much running, there is not really a lot of danger that I'm in because it heals me for so much. And if that's still not enough, I can just puncture sweeps. Sweepery. You might wonder what else I'm using Dummy House here. Infused health enchant. Instead of a full monster set because we gotta make space for a Pyrelord. So we got 4 out of 5 these orbs. I think you can even see that here. Let's see. Yeah, increase your max Magicka by 4,000. The max would be 5,000. But we do have 9,000 now. So here is 5,000. Then the 4 remnants. We can actually real quick the boss here. Let me save this one. Do you see? I mean, the puncturing sweep heal is crazy strong already, and it's basically it's so small compared to the Pyrelord. It's so broken. Like, what the hell, bro? But it's okay. Whatever. But this will make the game a lot easier for newer players or players that forget to reapply heals often. Because, well, even if you forget to reapply heals, Pyrelord will carry your ass. The reason why I keep saying it's overpowered is because my main heal should not do a fraction of healing of my overall setup. It should be my main heal The main heal indicates it should heal the most because, well, it is my main heal. But now the set just completely, the Pyrelord ring just completely out heals it. That's why I keep saying it's overpowered in its current form. Jesus. Good job, Alcast. That was my coffee. It's morning. So, we got the fortitude thingy. That gives us an extra... And actually just skip. An extra 5,000 heals. Health. Jesus. I wonder if Sauce ever plans to fix Break Free. I watched some old videos recently on the stream and it's just kinda crazy how much faster you could animation cancel and how much faster you could break free. I shit you not. I was like, wait, what? I was surprised myself because I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. There we go, there is no orb here, eh? That kinda sucks. We can also get more health. And if you're lucky and you get like a good drop here, you already have more health for this fight. There's a lot of RNG, you could say. Should probably have saved my ulti. Anyway. Now, you can use sigils in all the fights. They will make the fights a lot easier overall. Shield sigil, like most fights don't last that long, so you can just pick up the shield sigil pretty much. I will wait. He's gonna teleport soon, most likely. Yeah. Now you can use this and throw it, so he gets stunned. The orb I just picked up. I'm gonna kill these here real quick. They actually also give ulti, so it's not even that big of a deal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nice thing about Templar is we also get the channeled rune. Use my shield. I noticed that I don't use my shield often enough on Templar compared to like my Max Orc where I pretty much spam it on cooldown. Okay, there is one orb. Gotta do heavy attack. Stay close to the fire bubble there. If you're too far out, you're not gonna get the buff that protects you. Now these fellas. A lot of damage. Now, like my Magma, the first run I did where the penetration was bugged, the damage just felt so low. But I was lucky to know that it's just a that it just was a damage, like the major breach didn't work. I just wonder how things like this break. Randomly. It worked in the first PTS, it broke in the second, like in the third. Why, bro? Why? Oh, there's a second one. When 30k health. Let's go. These dudes actually do a lot of damage. That's a secret area back there. And there could be orbs, but because we already have 30k health, I'm not gonna go. There's a lot of possible orb locations. But again, it's all on the map on alcasthq.com. I'm doing the big guy the last because he deals a lot of damage, but it's all the small moss if they're light attacks that are more of a concern actually. It might as well be as Elidrain was completely bugged, because I feel also my sustain is a lot better. No orb. No orb here. Okay, and then the two. How much do I have? 3. Yeah. So I could have almost gotten like 33k health if I got all the buffs, kinda. But well, it's already more than enough anyway. Now he does a fire spit, you want to avoid this one. I'm gonna place him here, because he will do his stabby in the ground. This one. Now if you actually... Let's go kill that guy. Now the boss should do his thing soon again. Yeah, this one. Just gotta go out of range. But we can use this. It's a time to rebuff. And then basically prepare. Now I should have waited with the ulti till I was in execute, but whatever. You could just shield through this, like, it's not doing that much damage. So I'm just gonna ignore the second one. You could kill the second Colossus as well. But usually by the time he's here, the boss is dead. If you have low DPS, you should save the ulti for the Colossus again, or something like that, just to burn him.
Well done, outsider. You perform beyond our expectations.
No, the last boss. Let me use my brain for a second.
Challenge.
We gotta go. I always do the rotation wrong. The blue one first, I think. No, to the... Whatever, let's just YOLO it and see how it goes.
You made it all the way to the end. Only one final challenge left.
I like that this doesn't have too much roleplay. Boss just transforms and let's go. Boom. I'm gonna do a heavy attack here. Now these dudes are actually dangerous. They do a lot of damage. Ooh, my abilities just completely lagged out. I was fucked up. Oh my god, it's so laggy. What the hell is going on? So this was actually a bad move because I wanted to go here at the end. But whatever. Yeah, it's so laggy. Holy cow, nothing works. This game, bro, sometimes. 63% is not too bad. Because now we can damage him. And then we can just skip all the phases. It's not that big of a deal if you don't have the damage, by the way. You can just do... Let's go in here. Oh, there he is. Now... But yeah, the fight gets a lot harder if you don't have high DPS. But on the other hand, you can use sigils. Where's the shit? Now I'm actually not sure if I'm got... Nope. Too soon. Not really a problem. If I can't reach the boss, I'm just gonna do heavy attacks. Where is the last portal? Because it's almost time. I guess behind me. Grapple, come on. Now same thing here. I'm just gonna burn that motherfucker into heaven. Because now... Careful. I gotta do this once. Rotation seems off a little bit this run, I'm not sure why. But lucky me. Maybe it's because it's actually laggy. That could fucking be it, lol. Just gonna keep sweeping and we done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think the rotation, like the thing spawned too soon because it lagged out a little bit.
You did more than we expected.
Now we skipped all the mobs, so our score won't be super high. But we are in here for the Trifecta. That's this one, the Vateshran chosen complete Vateshran Hollows within 45 minutes without using a sigil and without dying. Wonderful. You actually... not link in chat, let's see... Markarth. You get the title Spirit Slayer. Very nice. Now, what's in it for us? Nothing, because we're on the PTS. A Vateshran Perfect Battle Axe. Sadly, these arena weapons so far are very underwhelming. AK, they fucking suck. I'm sorry to say it, but that's how it is. So most people will go in here for the skin and for the black color that you get. I will showcase that in a second. Now, let's see. Our main damage ability. Punching sweeps, 60%, yeah, we have around 62% spell crit. Penetration, 17.7, yeah, so we have super high penetration because I'm running the lever. And just as a comparison, last week I had 8k penetration. Now the lever gives me 3,740. So let's say 4,000. So last week I should have had 13,000 or like almost 14,000 penetration. But I only had 8,000. So that left me with one conclusion. That this thing just didn't work. It didn't apply Major Breach, which gives me almost 6,000 spell penetration. And it most likely also didn't apply Minor Magicka Steel, because my sustain was a lot better this week. Yeah. Anyway, now, one more thing. This here is my main heal, punching sweeps. 20%. And the ring that I just slap on my boy and don't have to do anything healed me for 70%. And it look at how much it procced, 1,600 times. That's just fucked up. Now, a lot of people say, well, it got nerfed because the max hit is lower. That does... The max hit looks impressed. They could lower this to 1,000 and it would not matter. Because the average hit healed for 189. That's what most people don't understand. You have things like, let's take Blockade. Each time this one deals damage, it deals around one. We can actually see that in combat metrics. This one. So it did around 2,600 average damage. And the ring actually got the small buff this patch. Like, you can't believe it. 18% instead of 15. So it heals me for 18% every, like, so 2,600 times 0.18 basically. And each tick, that's why the average tick is so low. Only like almost only 189. That's why the cap doesn't matter. The cap could go to 1,000 and we wouldn't give a shit. Because our average heals are so low. The only reason it's like 3,200, it should be capped at 2,700, I'm not sure why it went above. Is because like things like light attacks, 18,000. Trifocus passive, 25,000. But these here, they don't proc a lot, right? So we get these max healing ticks, but they don't matter. It's all the small damage over time effects that give me a little bit of extra healing over and over and over. And that's why the overall healing is so high. And I don't think Zenimax understands that. But anyway, you know, it's good for solo players. It will make the content a lot easier. My main concern is it will push healers and tanks even further out of groups in dungeons. And yes, they might try to fix it, but they basically make things worse and worse and worse. And the more worse you make it, the harder it gets to fix. That's my main problem with it. And endgame trials too. There might be groups that don't even run healers anymore in the easy trials. Because this ring will just heal for such a buttload amount of healing. So yeah, that's it. Now the build. False God. I use Infused on the big pieces. I have 6 Magicka glyphs. And 1 health glyph here. I only use 1 dummy house, so I get the max stamina and the max Magicka. So I basically get 2 stats instead of 1, that's why dummy house is nice. 1 heavy, 6 light. Then I have Mother Sorrow, front bar, precise, shock, enchant. You could use a prismatic glyph here on the last fight to get a little bit extra damage in. Back bar, Maelstrom, lightning staff with infused. Lightning staff front bar. The reason, so a lot of people don't know, but you apply blockade, You swap to the front bar and you do light attacks. The bonus, the your light and heavy attacks deal an additional 1353 damage. Carries over and even works on the front bar because this is a ground effect. So it keeps working. And it will also keep proccing the weapon damage enchantment, the 452. So we can have this almost up 100% of the time. I can showcase you this. It procced 40 times, uptime 80. That's because like sometimes when I grapple I don't deal damage. So that's pretty much active all fight long. And in reality, 452 is more like closer to 550, 600 because of modifiers. Like I have from my spell pot, which give me another 20% spell damage. And there is... Wait, where is it? Is it here? Yeah. Casting a Dawn's Wrath ability grants minor sorcery to you and your group, increasing your spell damage by another 10%. So you can basically slap 30% on the 452 here, an extra 30%. That's why this thing is so powerful. And you see, all these things add up. If you only use one bar, you lose all this extra juicy damage. That's a lot of damage that you don't have. Then the Ring of the completely broken healing power, called the Ring of the Pyrelord. Yeah, again. I'm gonna slap this on all my solo builds. It's so powerful. It doesn't matter how much the max heal is. The average healing tick is around 200. So they could reduce the max heal tick to 500 and nobody would give a shit. Trust me, it wouldn't matter. I use Bloodthirsty in here opposed to the solo build. The reason why is because the execute phases are usually a little bit trickier because there's more mechanics involved. So burning the boss down as fast as possible is more beneficial in execute. So that's the setup here. Full spell damage. Sustain was fine this time around. Blazing Spear is my AoE. Mystic Orb, this deals a lot of AoE damage, ticks every 0.5 seconds. Punching Sweeps deals a buttload of damage and heals and is AoE damage. Like, hello, Honey Bear. Probably my favorite skill in the game. Channeled Acceleration. You don't need this, but it's nice to have. First off, it gives me minor force, increasing my critical damage by 10%, and it gives me speed buff, so if I have to transition between trash packs. When I block, I get a 5000 shield, which can be nice too and save your ass. Inner Light, just here for the 7% max Magicka, 5% from the skill and 2% from the passive. Then Thunderous Rage is our ulti, deals a buttload of damage. Unstable Wall of Storms, once again, it activates my Astral Staff, it procs the back bar enchantment and all that juicy thing. Solar Barrage, you can activate this pre-fight, deals AoE damage and it increases our light attack damage by 40%. That's why our light attacks hit so hard here. Harness Magicka, you want the shield. No shield, you're dead. Elemental Drain. It seems to work again. Reduces the enemy's armor by 6000 basically. That's so much extra damage. You need this. It has a long duration, 23 seconds luckily. And it also applies minor Magicka Steel, giving you extra Magicka sustain. Channeled Focus gives us more resistance, so we have 26k spell resistance and 18k physical resistance. We're almost a tank. Not almost, but it helps a lot. When we go out of it, it drops quite a bit. When the ring is completely gone, poof, it will drop even lower. 17k and 9k. So we pretty much doubled the rest. Spell rest. Interesting. Yeah, it is. Whatever. It's a lot of extra resistance, okay? Crazy. And Crescent Sweep is only here, basically, so we have things like Piercing Spear. Increases your critical damage by 10. Increases your damage down to blocking towers by 10. Because we don't have any of these two abilities on the back bar, so we need to have the ulti slotted. It's also nice, deals good damage if you need some... Like, if you know you're not gonna get another Thunderous Rage, you can use the Crescent Sweep. Why do I use 2 Shock Staves opposed to 2 Flame Staves? So in groups, in group dungeon trials, Fire Stuff is king. Because it just deals more single target damage. In solo builds, I often use 2 Shock Staves, simply because all these things can proc Minor Vulnerability, which increases your... It's basically Concussion, it's called Concussion. Increases your damage against enemies by 10%. 8% I think it is. Or maybe a little bit lower now, because they changed the values. 5 or 8%, I can't remember. Anyway. That's also why I have a Charge Shock Enchantment. And then... Shock Blockade. It tells us slam your stuff down to create an unstable storm barrier in front of you, dealing 1300 shock damage to enemies in the target area every 1 second and setting concussed enemies off balance. So if enemies set off balance and you do a heavy attack on him, you get twice the amount of resources back. So instead of 3000 Magicka per heavy attack, you get 6000 back. We could also boost this further and put more points into Thaumaturge. It probably would be even worth on the Templar to benefit from Exploiter, so we get 10% more damage. But I haven't optimized champion points in this run, so make sure to check that out on the website alcasthq.com. The Lovermundus Stone, Bewitched Sugar Skulls. This one is very expensive. You could run the cheaper tri-set, the purple one. It does the same thing, it just has like 2% less stats. If you have sustain issues, you could run Clockwork, which will boost your Magicka recovery by quite a bit. Even more this patch, because they actually buffed potions. Because Intellect, instead of 20%, it gives now 40% extra Magicka recovery. So, just to place the importance on buff food and potions again. The #1 mistake newer players make is they don't use potions and they don't use the right buff food. That's literally the key to most builds. The right buff food and the right potion. Potions are important. You can keep them up 100% because of the metal scenery use. But when using the potion, the resulting effects last 30% longer. So you can keep this up 45 seconds and or 47 seconds, and the cooldown of potions is 47 seconds. Now let's just take a look what you don't have if you don't use these potions, or if you don't use any potions. You lose 40% Magicka recovery. You lose 20% spell damage. And you lose 10% spell crit. Now in our case, we do have Inner Light on the front bar, so we get the spell crit already. Just so you understand how much power you lose. Same thing with buff food. Here, 4600 health. 4250 stamina and Magicka. That's so much extra damage, extra like survivability. And you can dodge roll so much more. This tri-stat. I do have all these things on alcasthq.com. I do have a full... I can actually showcase you real quick. I mean, it's not like I have a browser here. Solo build. That thing looks sexy. Now, oh, what's this? Gone. There is a full guide on how to solo where I talk about buff food and potions, healing, shielding, damage mitigation, resource management, how you can sustain single target versus AoE and base mechanics and movement. It's all here. Plus all the builds and some unique builds, 1, 2. Like easier builds like the 1-bar pet build and the werewolf build. Most popular builds, like this is listed by popularity, is Solo Sork and the Magplar next. Pretty cool. And then Stemblade. I kinda do agree. Solo Sork is probably the easiest to do it with, like if you have 2 bars and so on. Magplar is nice. Stemblade was a lot harder, but it was actually quite fun to play. And the 1-bar build, and then actually the Solo Slam. This is kind of, it's not a roleplay build, but It's not like a super meta build, but it runs sword and bow. But it's actually quite hilarious to play. Anyway, outfit. Maybe I'm gonna do a sword and bow run on this, because it's pretty cool. You actually get so much more damage mitigation because you have a shield. And blocking barely costs anything, so you can mitigate so much damage. Yeah, now I want to do that, but damn, my friends will show up soon. And it's time to drink. That kind of sounds weird because at the start of the run I said it's just morning. It's lunchtime now. We are on the public test server. So, the Molakina Musk. Firewatch epaulets, Firewatch gloves, breeches, robe, sash, and the shoes. Kindonian stuff and the base Maelstrom stuff. I don't have any skin. You could slap some juicy skins on here. Decent. Oh no. This looks like... Not gonna say. Oh, this one actually looks nice. Okay, that actually fits the theme. Nice. Silver server skin always looks decent. Oh my god, no. Okay, that's me. I never go out. Decent. Void Patos. This one actually looks nice. Smasha. Oh god, no. I actually almost like this one the most. It's the theme. I also do have skins showcase on the website if you want to go. There's a lot of things on alcasthq.com. The builds are obviously the most popular ones, but yeah. Now, ESO Hub, ESO-hub.com. The new website has all the sets, all the skills, crown store, DLCs, events, classes. We are still building it in beta, but there's already a lot of features, so you can search after pod, and then it will immediately show all the things that it has. You can upload your own images if you want to. If you're like, oh, okay, let's show this. Iron target dummy, I think. Probably the trial one. Yeah, some already have images, so you kind of can see what it looks like. And we will build out this website. It's basically, alcasthq is here for builds and some endgame stuff, and ESO Hub will be a more general approach where it will tell you like basic things, crafting, housing tips, leveling, and all that stuff, right? Cosmetics, appearance. We're still working on importing a lot of the things, but there's already cool stuff here. Alikr Desert, it always shows the sets, the leads that you can find in there, the crafting zones, whether there is a dungeon or not. The dungeon will show you the achievements, and so on. You can actually also, Alikr, you can also search for zone. Really cool. I uploaded this one. So it's basically, previously we had ESO sets, skill book, and housing, right? And then we know it is annoying to swap between sites, so that's why we built one complete solution, and we're gonna build all the old features in here. It's not all here yet, but we are working on it. Like these overview pages, there will be an advanced search, categories, and all that stuff. So you can better search for a specific arena and so on. All gonna be here. Mega servers, it always shows this. The pledges on the weekend, it shows the luxury and golden vendor. You can actually also find that up here to see what was last week. With images and so on. Very nice. We do have a Patreon if you want to support us. Basically you can pledge $2 a month, and you will get no ads on alcasthq.com and on ESO Hub, and you will support us this way a little bit, so we can prosper and give even more content, because we still work on the site, and that hinders us in speeding things up. Weekly trials, DLCs, the upcoming DLC already has the sets and things like this. Like the new zones and so on. That's a pretty cool website. I do have a twitch.tv/alcasthq. You can follow me over there if you want. My Instagram where I upload stuff, I guess. A lot of schnitzels. I'm actually going there today. My main YouTube channel /alcasthq. Most of my things are /alcasthq. As you can see here. Make sure to subscribe. My second YouTube channel where I upload past live streams. Discord partner server. Twitter. And Facebook. But you can follow me as well. Yes, I do have Facebook. I spam a lot on Twitter, so probably it would be nice if you follow me on Twitter. I spam so much things, and when there's new content on our websites, it's all here. Discord is also kind of a hub area where I showcase when there's new content and so on. So yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Cheers. I actually like Magplar now. Sexy, sexy, sexy.